family left heartbroken. Police are saying that their 15-year-old grandson, Jacob Butts, was hit and killed by a drunk driver.
Couldn't find a more pleasant, polite, real gentleman for a 15-year-old.
Glenn County Police say 21-year-old Madison Culpepper was driving drunk and hit Butts late last night. His body wasn't found until about 6:30 this morning.
And News4Jax reporter Jenese Harris is joining us live now from Georgia after sitting down with the teen's family. And Jenese, they just must be devastated.
They are devastated, and you can only feel heartbroken for the family. This is one of the many photos of Jacob that they shared with me. Such a sweet kid to see his life through photos, and it's a memory now that they're going to have to hold on to through photos now that he is gone. But they have a plea for everyone out there: do not drink and drive. It was on this quiet rural road where 15-year-old Jacob Butts' body was found. According to Glenn County Police, Madison Culpepper was driving drunk and hit the teen sometime Sunday night before getting into a separate car accident. The teenage boy's grandmother, Rosa Hill, and family are devastated. As any parent, she has questions that may never be answered.
Why were you out so late, buddy? Why didn't you come home earlier?
The teen's body was found near Lakes Drive and Ball Gardner Road. His family embracing one another just steps away from where his body was found. The orange markers leave a trail of his belongings that were returned to his family today. At his school, Glen Academy, a somber mood. The staff learned of his death this morning. A woman who lives near the accident told me Jacob was a sweet kid who visited her niece often.
So he was a very nice kid, very polite. I was shocked whenever I heard about it.
Tonight, Butts' family is holding on to the memory of Jacob. His grandmother is holding on to this photo in particular.
Jacob was sitting over on the couch, looking at his telephone, which is what, you know, young kids like to do. And I snapped a picture of him. He didn't even know I took it. But that was the last picture I took of him.
His grandmother wishes the rest of the world would have had a chance to meet Jacob.
I think the community is, all in all, will miss a great child that could have been a big influence.
And she shared with me that he had many dreams, but he hadn't decided on what he wanted to do with his future just yet. She is heartbroken that he'll never be able to make that decision. Again, pleading with all of you out there, please do not drink and drive. Live in Georgia, Jenese Harris, Channel 4, the local station.
Jacksonville has a history of producing famous musicians. The city was once known as the Harlem of the South for its jazz, rhythm, and blues. Well, today there's a local producer, Jahan Sweet, an up-and-coming Grammy-nominated producer, making his mark through music worldwide.
This is video of 25-year-old Jahan Sweet during a celebration for his most recent Grammy nominations. His love for music began almost 20 years ago as a little boy. We talked by phone about his musical journey.
At what age did you know you have a love for music?
I started playing at like 6 years old.
He attended La Villa Middle School and Douglas Anderson High School of the Arts. His humble beginnings began at his church, St. Paul AME, playing the piano. After high school, the Jacksonville native went to New York to attend the prestigious Juilliard School. He was writing and producing songs while in college, but a big break came when he met Drake's producer and friend, Boy Wonder.
A lot of it happened when I linked up with my brother, Boy Wonder. He's a big producer. He works with Drake. Been working with Drake since they were 17 years old. He's from Toronto.
Since then, Sweet has been writing and producing for some really big names: Kodak Black, Drake, Eminem, and the Carters, also known as Beyonce and Jay-Z. This year, he's been nominated for 3 Grammys. Sweet is living a sweet life.
It was a dream come true, just being able to work with people that I used to look up to and listen to when I was young.
And Sweet encourages other locals to follow their dreams too.
Don't ever get caught up in the hype of one place. Always be mobile and available to chase your dreams. I don't think you can chase dreams like just being in one place.
That was Jenese Harris reporting. Here's a list of Jahan Sweet's nominations this year. Some big names there. Sweet was also nominated in 2016 for his work in Kalani's mixtape titled You Should Be Here. Sweet will be attending the Grammys on his birthday next Sunday. Good luck to him.
Clay County. Deputies say Clarence Sheese left Ohio, where he sexually assaulted a child, and came to Fleming Island. The 50-year-old man is now locked up in the Clay County Jail.
News4 Jax reporter Jenese Harris has been learning more about him and the disturbing crime that he's accused of committing, and she's joining us live from the Clay County Sheriff's Office. Jenese.
Very disturbing allegations. The Clay County Sheriff's Office told us about this morning. When it comes to Clarence Sheaf, we know that he traveled over 1,000 miles from Ohio to Florida, running away from the state where he's accused of these crimes. But it was only a matter of time before the law caught up with him. Clay County sheriffs and U.S. Marshals caught and arrested 50-year-old Clarence Sheaf in a car outside his Fleming Island rental home Monday. He was wearing this shirt that reads, Father of the Year, but according to investigators, he's anything but that. According to an Ohio warrant, Sheaf is wanted for 2 counts of rape and 1 count of gross sexual misconduct. A neighbor told me off camera she is upset and disturbed that this man was one of her neighbors, a man who people rarely saw outside.
Never really got a real good shot of his face. He was always, slouched in the car with kind of focused and dead on kind of look.
Before being caught, Sheaf had been living in this quiet Fleming Island neighborhood with a possible girlfriend, a community one woman says is filled with children. If she's guilty of sexual assault.
With a breaking news alert.
We're following breaking news on the west side. A 2-year-old boy shot inside an apartment. Now family members are speaking with News4 Jax.
I'm hurt. I'm in shock. There's really no explanation on how I could describe on how I'm feeling. I'm torn.
Family members are asking for prayers for Jaden. He was found shot at the Morningside Apartments around 10 o'clock this morning. Jacksonville police are looking for a shooter after a man in his 20s was shot inside a downtown nightclub and Caribbean restaurant. It happened at the Real Thing Cafe on West Adams Street. Now, police say it happened around 3:30 this morning. After the club's closing time, investigators say there was a fight inside. There are a number of scandals hitting Virginia with more calls to resign. The second in command, Lieutenant Governor Justin Fairfax, is no longer the chair of the Democratic Lieutenant Governors Association. The group announced the change after a second woman accused him of sexual assault. Fairfax has denied all allegations. The winter storm slams into the Pacific Northwest. Here's a look at a wreck in Portland. Now, police were called out to a truck sliding down an icy overpass, as you can see. And you can see an SUV squeezed into the cold Valentine's Day. Thank you so much for joining us. Our coverage continues on news4jax.com. We'll be back for the 10 o'clock news. In the meantime, have a great day.